Hi all. This video is designed to explain how to perform Monroe page 129 exercise 4 in SPSS. If we read this exercise, what we're being asked to do is to see how respondents differ on three separate measures. If this was interval data, we would use a repeated measures ANOVA, which comes up later in the text. But because it's not interval data, we have to use a non-parametric equivalent, which is the Friedman's test. So the first order of business is to go ahead and do a Friedman's. And to do a Friedman's on this, we choose Analyze from the top toolbar, Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialog, and K-related samples. And it's K-related samples because it's more than two measures. And it's related because we're relating how an individual performs on these more than two samples. In this case, it's three. So we click K-related samples. And what I've done already is I've gone through and I chose each of the variables of interest, moved them over using the arrow. It does not matter which order you do these in. I did them in the same order that Monroe did: productivity, goals, and worry. I want to click statistics. I always get in the habit of clicking off descriptive statistics because those are important, of course. Click continue. Notice I have Friedman's checked off, and I click OK. And what we find is something similar to the output we had from K. Wallace. You'll notice that these are the two boxes of interest. It's identical to what's in Monroe. And now it's getting time to start talking about what we would report in a capstone paper. In a capstone paper running this, I probably would only record the test statistics. And notice the significance is less than 0.05, 0.000, so I would consider this significant. And Monroe does a great job of explaining how you can write up these results, as does Cronk. But the problem is we haven't compared the possible pairs we have here. Productivity to goals, goals to worry, and worry to productivity. For that, we're going to use the non-parametric equivalent of a paired t-test, which would be the Wilcoxon. So let me close this out. And now we'll run Wilcoxon on this same data. So I'll choose Analyze from the top toolbar. I'll go down to Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialogs, and in this case we're going to click two related samples because we're checking pairs of information. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you. When I got here, what I did simply put was I did the same thing. I clicked off a variable of interest, used the arrow to move it over. And as you do this, and you can see that I have this fourth blank pairing, as you do this, SPSS will start to create more possible places for you to compare two sets of data. But let's look at this really carefully. And again, it doesn't matter the order you do this, as long as you have all three possible pairings mapped out. We have goals versus productivity, worry about the future versus productivity, and worry about the future versus defined goals. I did them in this particular order because that's the order Monroe uses. But again, the order of this doesn't matter. We're going to click on Options, and I hope you'll start to think about what you expect from this is to check off descriptive statistics. Click Continue. I have my Wilcoxon checked off. Click OK. And so now you'll notice we have the same output that's in Monroe. And again, in terms of reporting this in a paper, I wouldn't bother putting the ranked information in. That's not really necessary. I would only put in this particular table, test statistics, and let's see what it says. Notice for each pair, we get a significance of 0.000, which means that each of these is significant, as noted in Monroe. So I hope this has helped explain how to do page 129 exercise 4, the Friedman test, and the Wilcoxon. Thank you.